Hi, I'm Alexis George from Waitakere College in Auckland. I'm interested in a career in the electricity supply industry.
Alexis has come to the thermal areas of Taupo to check out jobs in two of the area's geothermal power stations. At Mighty River Power's Ngā Awa Parua station, she'll be looking at the job of a maintenance electrician. But first, at Contact Energy's Wairake station, she's to find out about the job of a mechanical fitter. In the midst of the very crisp winter morning, fitter Scott Parker shows Alexis around. It's safety first, so Alexis is briefed about her first job.
A flammable liquid in there called pentane, so we have to use this gas monitor to make sure there's not an explosive gas mixture in there. There's a risk of cut to hands, so wear gloves, and also there's a chance of eye injury, so we have to wear safety glasses.
Scott's job is to look after many pumps, pipes, in fact anything mechanical that's needed to support the generation of power.
What's the problem over here?
There's a pentane pump over here that pumps pentane from a storage tank into the system, and it's not working, so we're just going to pull it out and see what's wrong with it.
Cool.
Pentane is a potentially explosive gas which drives the turbines which produce the power.
Very big on safety here. Operators here will actually isolate a piece of equipment for us and make sure it's safe for us to work on before they actually issue us a piece of paper to say it's safe to work on. Well, this is the pump that's not working, so we're going to have to unbolt it, pull it out, take it to the workshop and find out why it's not working.
Okay.
Give it a good tug. There we go.
The pump will be dismantled in the station's very comprehensive workshop. The lathes, mills and drills can fabricate just about any metal part if required. Once the pump's pulled apart, the problem can be determined.
We'll just pull this diaphragm off and see if there's any holes in it. That might be why it's not pumping. Take it off by hand now. Looks like there might be a cut there. Be leaking pentane through and it won't be pumping. We'll have to replace that.
When the job is finished, Alexis gets a tour of the Wairake station. When built over 50 years ago, it was the first of its kind in the world. Today, some 60 underground wells pipe steam, a renewable energy, to the station to push the turbines around that generate power.
So what sort of people would be right for this job?
Someone with a motivated attitude, ready and willing to learn, with good problem-solving ability.
Well, Contact's new apprentice is just that. This bright spark is already really enjoying her job.
I've been here for 5 weeks at the moment, just basically starting out, yeah.
Enjoying it?
Absolutely loving it, eh? It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've learned how to TIG weld, I've learned how to arc weld, I've learned how to pull pumps apart, just lots of different things.
Early next morning, Alexis heads off to the Ngā Awa Parua power station to learn about the job of a maintenance electrician. First electrician Alex Lawson explains how the station works.
Here's where we separate the steam from the water, because we only want steam for the turbine.
The station uses renewable energy to supply enough electricity for up to 130,000 homes. It also has the largest single-shaft geothermal turbine in the world. First job today is a routine test of a high-voltage breaker, or switch.
So now we've had our work authority issued to us by the operator. We can carry out our maintenance test.
Yep.
The equipment is earthed so they can be sure it's safe to work on.
Now we're locked out and we're safe.
The test is to measure insulation between the high-voltage terminals inside.
You can hit the test button right here, so that was a good result. So if you want to go over to the next phase, yep, and another test. That's good.
The insulation is spot on. It's fit to stay in service.
Now the breaker's closed, we always want to have the breakers open when we're putting them into service.
Yeah.
So if you hit that trip button, it's going to go with a bit of a thump, so be ready for it. Perfect. We definitely look for somebody who has a good attention to detail. There's a lot of electrical codes, there's pressure codes, and there's a lot of detail that must be followed as paramount to the safety and to the safety of the equipment and the safety of the personnel. Tony, we've completed that work on the switchgear.
While you're here, Alex, we've just had a low pressure alarm on our compressor, so if you don't mind, just go and have a look at that, please.
Yep, no worries.
A pressure sensor is registering an alarm. What's causing the problem needs to be investigated before any real trouble breaks out.
So this is the pressure transmitter here. So if you look at the screen here, it's flashing between an alarm code. So I think we should make it safe isolate it, and take it to the lab and recalibrate it.
It's this sort of investigative work that makes the job interesting.
When it's all going well, it's good, but when things aren't going so well, it's kind of good as well. It keeps your mind going, and you're continually learning the plant and how the equipment works.
Alex runs a calibration check in the lab. The equipment will need some specialised attention, so to get the sensor up and running straight away, a new one is installed.
Yeah, we'll do that up nice and tight. Yep.
An initiative, Ultimate, has recently been launched to encourage more women into the power industry.
20 years ago, some research by the Ministry of Women's Affairs said that so many percentage went into hairdressing, so many into admin roles, and so many young women into the professions. 20 years later, those percentages actually haven't changed. And not everybody will be suited to a role in the electricity supply sector, but the sort of young women who like to be outdoors, who like to work in a team, and those who want a trade or apprenticeship, because a role in the electricity supply sector is a role that you'll have for life.
Displaying 7.4 bar, so we'll just radio the control room and make sure that they're getting that same display.
Yeah, roger that, reading 7.4 bar.
That's excellent.
It's been an excellent couple of days for Alexis too.
Definitely good to see more girls into this industry, because it is a pretty rewarding industry with lots of opportunity.
I've enjoyed my time here, and I've seen a lot of interesting stuff. There seems to be a lot of things that a girl may be able to do. I'd give this job a go, and I recommend other girls give it a go as well.
The Electricity Supply Apprentice Program, a partnership between Mighty River Power and Contact, will pay for your training. The 3-year apprenticeship currently trains both electrical and mechanical apprentices. Ultimate is an initiative designed to encourage more women into the electricity supply industry. It's a vital industry that needs more motivated young men and women, so work opportunities are excellent.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.